Hi everyone, thank you so much for tuning into your reading today. I hope you're all well, happy and safe wherever you are in the world. Today we're doing a reading on what the most important message is for you at this time. What does Spirit want to communicate to you guys? I'm going to be pulling out two separate lots, so hopefully within one of those you can find something that really does resonate and helps you become unstuck if you're feeling challenged by a situation, if you're feeling triggered, if you're feeling lost and you're seeking clarity. Hopefully the guidance that I channel and I deliver to you today can really help you gain a fresh new perspective. At the same time that this video has been released, I'm also releasing another one that focuses on blockages, energetic blocks. What are they? And I've drawn some guidance on how you can work through those. Maybe there is also a message within that reading that can really help you, coupled with this reading, in gaining some direction as to where it is that you need to go and what feels more comfortable for you. If you're new to Soul Embers, hi, my name is Andrea. I hope you find something within this reading helpful today and you stick around for the journey. Everything you guys need to know about me and the channel and the readings is all in the description box below. And I would love to do a personal reading for you if you're interested. My contact details on how to reach me are also in the description box below. So let's jump into it and let's see what is the overall vibe. Who am I connecting with today? Who needs to hear these messages? Sending you guys much love if you're facing some challenging times right now or in a transition of some sort. Hopefully I can offer some sort of guidance. Okay. So let's have a look and see. What is it that you guys need to know right now? I had other readings scheduled for this week and it just didn't seem right. I was being redirected. I was waking up in the middle of the night. Something didn't sit right. So I decided to meditate on it at 4 o'clock in the morning, trying to think about or trying to understand what it is that I need to deliver to you guys at this time. And this is what we've come up with. So obviously someone needs to hear this. Okay, so what is it that you need to hear at this time? What message does Spirit want to deliver to you? Okay, so I'm going to pull out the two lots. Wow, interesting. How interesting is this? Are they not extremely similar cards? I mean, look at the cards in this deck. Look at all the colors, right? We have a variety of colors, and out of all of them, it seems like communication, both our own self-talk, as well as how we go about communicating our expectations, our standards, our feelings, and our emotions are being challenged right now. That's what I truly believe. So the other message I'm getting just by looking at these cards is what we feel and the perspective we have is a direct reflection of our environment, or I should say it the other way around. Our environment directly reflects what's going on the inside, and I'm guided to tell you that maybe a really good starting point right now, and what you need to know is kind of look at yourself objectively as a third party. Try and step outside of the feeling of the emotion of yourself and look at your environment. If you're finding it really difficult to unpack feelings of conflict, feelings of not being understood, not being able to communicate effectively, not being able to have impact in your conversation, not being able to find the right words to express the gravity of your feelings and the impact of certain actions, take a step away from all of that and look at your environment and have a look at how things around you are actually measuring up to the standard that you want to set for yourself. And what you might find is there are certain elements of your day-to-day life and routine that you no longer align with, and they've kind of slipped away. You've let them slide. You know, we get caught up in the day-to-day stuff, in the grind, and we stop paying attention and being conscious of our environment. And so that's what I'm guided to tell you. Have a look at the outside world, your environment, and have a look at those routines. Do they bring you joy? Do they reflect the standard and your dreams that you aspire to achieve? Are they on the same path that leads you to those goals? Your relationship with those in your immediate family or your immediate home environment, is it reflecting the kind of relationships you want to cultivate, and the kind of inner peace and inner peace, respect, acknowledgement, appreciation? Do you see that reflected in those relationships? If not, it's time to think about what those standards are, and then look at where you are currently and start to think of ways, either through journaling, either through, a variety of strategies that you can apply to bridge that gap and start working towards making purposeful decisions that take you towards the goal that you want to. And it all lies with communication. So this could have to do with your love life, with your career, and your home, and your family, and your friends. It could do with all of them. But generally speaking, there is one aspect of our life that is highlighted where these these feelings are highlighted, I should say, and it affects every other part of our life. The change we're looking to make is from the inside. And from the inside, we want to integrate what we want to achieve and what we feel to our environment on the outside world. Okay, so that's the overall message I'm getting for you guys. The first lot of you got assistance. Okay, and I'm going to hold this card up for you. And the second lot of you got up. I'm going to read the definition from the book, and then if someone can timestamp after I've read the definitions, and whichever one you most resonate with, you can just directly skip to, right? So, assistance. We all need a little help at one point or another in our lives. Rest assured, help is on the way for you. There is a huge inpouring of divine and angelic assistance coming to you now. This card appears for you today to let you know that your need for help has been acknowledged. Whether you have directly asked for aid or not, the universe is stepping forward on your behalf. This assistance can come in many forms. Sometimes it comes in the form of another person. We do not necessarily have to know them personally for them to influence our lives. Through a series of divinely organized coincidences, a complete stranger can make their way into our personal world, providing the help we so greatly need. At other times, it may be our closest friends who lovingly step forward to assist us. However, we can also experience a sudden shift in circumstances, which occurs for no logic reason. This can happen to certain individuals who we may be having difficulty with. Either something energetically shifts in them, or we suddenly understand how we are to deal with that person. No matter how it happens, it is spirit working in your life. So let this be fair warning. Help is coming, so don't do something silly, such as say, "No thank you," when help is offered to you. Do not let feelings of what of not being worthy or deserving get in the way. Do not allow your pride or need to be the giver interfere with the divine offering of assistance. You most certainly deserve it. Allow yourself to receive it. Just smile and say thank you. Just as this assistance comes to you, sometime soon Spirit will call on you to provide a loving hand of help to someone else. So if there's something within that really triggered you, that really hits home for you, then this is your message. I'll move on to the second one and see what it has to say. Time to lift your eyes off the ground and start looking up toward the heavens. Keeping you down and trying to be small isn't doing anyone any favors. This world needs you, the real you. Low self-esteem and self-worth is impeding your perception of whom and what you really are. It is also affecting your ability to put yourself out into the world. There is a whole other life waiting inside you, crying to be lived. The only thing standing in your way is you. The universe sees you and knows you as a divine spark of the all. They are calling you now to begin embracing that aspect of yourself too. Stand up, hold your head up, and begin looking at the ways in which you are disempowering yourself. It's time to start building your own personal sense of value and your own sense of worth. Spirit knows that is not an easy task, which is why they have brought you this message today. Every time you feel you are not enough, look up to the heavens and know the entire cosmos is supporting you on this. When you see the sky above you, let that be your reminder that you are more than enough. You are God incarnated, and the only one who can give you value and sense of worth is you. There is nothing your guides and angels want more than to see you step into the truth of who you really are. Start looking to the good within you, the value you actually do have, and the difference you really do make. Start to see yourself as the universe sees you. Human is what you are wearing on the outside. Inside you are a brilliant light of divine source. Remember who you are. So it seems to me that the first lot of you that I'm connecting with today are at a loss at the moment, not quite sure which angle to take when it comes to communicating something that is not aligning with you. You've tried different approaches and nothing seems to be working. You're left feeling apathetic. You're left feeling disempowered. You're left feeling confused. You're starting to lack faith and you just don't know which way to go and how to shift out of this cycle. It feels like it's a cycle, and it can either have to do with your leveling up and you're getting ready for a massive change and you're seeing people through a different lens, or it has to do with someone else whose behavior has shifted and it's affecting you. It's causing this ripple effect which is affecting you, and you're not too sure on how you can go about working through this. And so Spirit is telling you it's fine, we're with you, we're here to help you, we're sending help, and it can come in the form of someone you already know, or it could come in the form of a complete stranger. The second lot of you are really finding it difficult to seize and embrace your dreams. They feel they're so close, yet they're so far away. It seems that, you may have experienced, I should say, something that was tremendously fulfilling only to have it slip through your fingers. It was something, I'm sensing something that you'd only dreamed of, and it proved to be only temporary. And there may be signs of, self-sabotage here as well. So those of you that resonate with that, read that message, you can just skip directly to it once it's time stamped. All right, I'm going to jump into the first light and see what I can get for you guys. And I'll pop that one aside. All right, my beauties. Let's break this baby down and let's see what we've got. Okay, so I'm going to go to the message from the book again. So it seems to me that there is a toxic cycle or a codependency or some form of lower vibrational energy that's attached to your home, your family, your space, your environment. I feel that it is something that is very difficult to work with because you have to consistently live with this. Now, whether it's a relationship and you live with this person, or it's a family member and you live with them, or if you're not living with them, it is a way of being for such a huge extended period of time that it's proving to be extremely difficult to shift your energy without having a huge resistance from those around you. So what I'm getting here is there is some aspect that you are trying to break free from. There is something that you feel, and I personally believe it has to do with living your life in a way that is not limiting you to other people's beliefs of how you should live your life. It is about being able to embrace whatever freedom looks like to you, whatever happiness and joy looks like to you, without having other people weigh in on this, without having other people interfere on this. And I'm getting the message for you guys that, the only reason people can become so dogmatic in their approach towards you or feel the need to express their opinion is because they feel that there is a loss that they could have as a result of you focusing your energy on yourself. They may be gaining things from you, right, that they don't want to go without. They've become used to you nurturing them. They've become used to you validating them. They've become used to you carrying them through challenges. It's important for you to recognize right now what is yours and what is theirs. And it's important for you to, I'm getting communication again. Becoming a great conversationalist by telling people how you feel in a loving way, expressing that, telling them where you stand, and then disengaging without having to validate them, because that's where you start to take on what their responsibilities are and they emotionally dump on you, right? So for example, let's say we have a member or a partner or a member of your family or a friend or whatever, someone really close to you that says, why would you do that? And why are you thinking like that? And really dogmatic in their approach. You could respond in a very loving way. Maybe this is where you're being challenged and this is what Spirit's message is for you today. You can approach this in a loving way and say, when you speak to me like that, it makes me feel that you don't appreciate me. It makes me feel that you don't trust my own judgment. It makes me feel anxious. so you can express how you're, whatever that feeling that they bring up in you is, and you can say, this is how I want to live my life, and this is what I'm going to do. So you're taking, instead of feeding into and trying to, increase your value in their eyes, what you're doing is you're acknowledging them by answering with how you're feeling. You're telling them what you want to achieve, and you're disengaging, allowing them to work through whatever is theirs, because whatever they're saying is just their perspective, not yours. Okay, so that was just an example, and I hope that makes sense to you. But the message that you need to hear right now is, don't give up on whatever it is that you're trying to achieve. If it is a matter of being courageous and sticking by your standards and not letting those around you drag you down with toxicity, keep on going. Help is on the way. It could come pay attention to those signs and synchronicities. Spirit is sending you the assistance that you need. It could be in this reading today from a stranger, right? It could be from a stranger down the road that you have a very brief conversation with, and all of a sudden they say something that gives you a light bulb moment. So pay attention to the environment around you and what you're hearing, because the answers are being sent to you by Spirit. I'm feeling that you are, extremely loving, nurturing. You come from a place of empathy and understanding. You like to people please. You like to see those around you happy. But at this stage, you're seeing that whatever it is that you're giving, it's not being reciprocated in a way that gives you fulfillment. And so it's time to take back that energy, drop it into your body, and find ways that you can source that on your own, guys. All right, I'm going to leave it there. If this reading really does resonate and you'd like to reach out for a personal reading, or you'd like to dig a little bit deeper into this, you can either reach out for a personal reading and I can offer some coaching, or I can offer another reading on how you can go about purposeful conversations, impactful conversation, becoming a great negotiator, and being able to communicate your standards through a loving place. Something I work with quite often. Okay, so you can either do that, or you can comment in the comment section below that you'd like me to do a reading on bridging the gap between those types of energies that we've just spoken about here. All right, guys, if someone could please timestamp for the rest of our beautiful viewers now, that would be so unbelievably helpful. I hope to see you for your next lot of readings, guys. Okay, guys, so let's jump into this and see. Let's get some guidance on this. So I'm just going to go back to the definition of this card. Oh my gosh, here we go. So again, I feel that the common theme in general has to do with effectively communicating in a way that you're being heard, understood, acknowledged, appreciated. And that was for both of the cards that I pulled out. I got that very strongly. Whatever it is that you're trying to get across, I'm feeling like it's a broken record. You feel like you're constantly repeating yourself. You feel that you try different approaches, yet you're having the same result. And it is, it's becoming increasingly frustrating. It's causing you to question constantly whether, what's wrong here? What am I doing wrong? You keep thinking it's affecting you. It's affecting your self-esteem. It's affecting your self-worth. It is affecting your confidence. Whatever it is that's going on in this situation is having a negative effect on your life. and your ability to pursue your dreams. So when we start to lose faith, when we start to lose hope and belief in our journey, we stop to trust ourselves, because every single time we try something different and we have the same result, it really causes us to question ourselves at a core level and can be very, very disruptive. So if this is causing you, I want you to be mindful and pay attention. If you find yourself looking down a lot, even when you're walking, even when you're at the shops, in contemplation with your head down, when you think that you're not thinking about anything, if you're finding yourself looking down, take a really deep breath and look up. Take a really deep breath and look up. Your posture, your ability to be present and aware in that moment allows you to see how much this particular situation is affecting every aspect of your life. And it's causing you to feel that you can't, it's causing you to not see the opportunity. You're energetically falling into a space where the opportunities that you want, that are available to you, you can't see them because you're not in that frequency. And it's because you're enabling a certain behavior. There is a core issue here that you keep enabling, and you're trying to, or you keep entertaining, and you keep trying to fix everything else around it with a different approach, hoping that it will get to the core of the matter. The message I'm getting for you, and what you need to know right now, what you need to know today, is let's get to the core of the matter, and let's unpack that core matter and believe that whatever it is that lies ahead, don't be afraid. Surrender. Allow the pieces to fall as they may. And those of you that resonate with this know exactly what that is. Let's say you're in a relationship that you are being lied to, that you're being cheated on, that you are being manipulated, or you're being controlled in. That's the core matter, let's say. And the symptoms to that core matter could be anger, outbursts from the other person. It could be amplified lack of distrust from you, causing you to act outside of a healthy manner, right? There are all these things caused by this core matter. So I'm just reading the definition a little bit further. So when you are able to begin embracing the aspect of yourself, stand up, hold your head up, and begin looking at the ways in which you are disempowering yourself. So by not addressing this core matter and trying all these different things to band-aid the symptoms, let's say, it's only further disempowering you. And so it's time to, I guess, face the reality of what that is. Surrender and trust that if you continue on this path, there is potentially there is a potential for you to keep losing yourself and going further and further from the amazing opportunities that exist for you. Spirit is here with you today, supporting you on this, pushing you. You may feel really uncomfortable right now, guys, with what's going on and unable to ignore it anymore. You might be feeling completely depleted, tired, exhausted, and it's not a physical type of exhaustion that sleep can take care of. They've wrung you out. You can't do this no more. And that's what this is about. Lift your head up. You know, we're here to help you. Your spirit guides are here also. So let me pull a couple more cards on that. And let's have a look and see. Too many cards fell out there. Okay, you know what I'm getting? You may have already recognized all this. Some of you may have already recognized this and have already surrendered and are following your intuition and your spirit guides and working on improving, empowering yourself, working on your core confidence, working on seeing how your personal, your inner world is reflected in your outer world, and trying to rewire, trying to reset yourself and create healthier habits. As you go about doing this, you realize how ready you truly are. How long you waited to do this. You can't believe it, because you're totally reveling in self-love and self-care. You've been starving yourself of nurturing self, and you've been seeking to fix things outside of you in a situation that it's not for you to fix or take responsibility for, and neglected to focus on yourself. You've either already entered this space, or spirit wants you to acknowledge and see, how have you been nurturing yourself? What is it that you're looking for outside of yourself from this situation or this person that they're not able to reciprocate, or whatever, in whichever way, shape or form this resonates? What is it? Is it acknowledgement? Is it appreciation? Is it trust? Is it what's it called? Intimacy? Is it nurturing? What is it? It could be a combination of all of those. Have a look and see now how you've gone about doing that for yourself. Doing things that nurture you, whether it be baths, or it be the massages if you're able to do that at this time, whether it be, you know, the soul food, time spent with friends, taking workshops that help you grow, you know, personally, spiritually, you know, unpack different layers of who you are as you educate yourself about yourself and your interests. Do you love nature? How much time are you spending there? When you say, I want, you know, I want to do more of this, this, and this with this person, and they're not investing time. How are you investing that time in yourself? Take all of that back and see how you are doing that for yourself. And that's the message that you need to hear right now. Spirit is here to help you step into the frequency that you need to step into in order to actually start to create an environment that reflects your dreams and aspirations, whether it be in your career, your love, or your home life with your friends and your family, or a combination of everything. Think about what those dreams are, what it looks like, and visualize it. And how are you doing those things and living them for yourself on a day-to-day that enables you to have complete control of having that take formation? So that's what this is about. On the other hand, what I'm feeling is that you may have already realized that there is a situation here that has completely disempowered you, and you have actually tapped out. You were done. You've distanced yourself. You've taken some space. You've decided that it's not for you. It's caused you to be extremely paranoid, distrustful. You don't know how to work with this right now. And I feel like you need to take control of your own space so that you can trust that you've got what it takes, and that in to work through whatever life brings you, which in turn empowers you to take the risk, because we never know what's around the corner. We never know if something's going to work. We never know if it's the right thing for us. 100%. We have to take the steps to uncover and discover. And it's only when we trust ourselves that we've got our own back, and the strategies and the tools that we need to work through whatever comes our way, that we are allowing ourselves to be open to receive and take the risk to take the next step. So this is the phase where you're currently at, where you feel that you need to recenter yourself. This person may be trying to come back into some kind of communication, restore, rebuild. They may even still be in your life, but something within you has shifted and you are trying to find a way out. And so there is this need to really pull back your energy as you look within yourself to gain that core confidence, the strength, realign, find your inner compass, and move in a different direction. They come to you with an apology. They can feel the shift already. They can see the change within you. They know that this change is at a core level. They can sense it energetically. They know this time it's different, and you are feeling conflicted as to which way to go. All right, guys, I hope you found that helpful. If this message really does resonate and you'd really like to unpack it a little bit more and get more details on how to bridge the gap between where you currently are and what you're currently facing to where you want to be and what you dream and aspire to become, feel free to reach out for a personal reading. Comment below if there is something within this reading that you would like me to further explore as well. I can, do another reading off the back of this one, okay, and continue to bring you help and guidance in that form also. Have a wonderful week, and I'll see you